coming from. When you make
Hello, hey everyone. Waiting on people to come in. Hope you guys are doing amazing. Let me not put this too loud. Hey everyone, hope that you guys are doing amazing. Okay. Waiting on more people to come in. We're talking about fibroids today. Hello, hope everybody's doing amazing. Okay, I'm waiting on more people to come in. Put a 1 in the chat if you guys can hear me. Put a 1 in the chat if you guys can hear me. Okay. Hi lady, how are you? Okay, perfect. Hope you guys are doing amazing. Please like the live as you're coming in, so more and more people can, I guess the algorithm can push it out to more people. Okay, so all I have to do is tap on the screen to like the live. And yes, we're talking about fibroids today. All right, 10 mistakes that women who have fibroids make. So I'm just waiting on more people to come in before we get started. Okay, let me know why you guys are in here, where you guys are watching from. Okay, thank you for the likes. Yes, please like the stream as you're coming in. Just tap Pittsburgh. Okay, you're not far from me. I'm actually in Maryland. Okay, please like the stream as you're coming in. All you have to do is tap on the screen to like the stream. Oh, thank you so much for the rose, Lakina. Thank you so much. Oh my gosh, that's so sweet of you. So yes, thank you so much for liking the live, ladies. Okay, I want more women to get in here. At least let's get 10 women in here before we get started on the list, because I have a lot to talk about today. It's gonna be a really, thank you guys. Thank y'all for the likes. I appreciate it so much. This is gonna be a really, really important live, because these are things I want to talk about. 10 mistakes women who have fibroids make. And these are things that I see a lot, okay? These are really, really common. So I want to make sure that, for ladies that have fibroids, that you guys have this information, because it's so important for you to be properly informed when you're dealing with fibroids, okay? So a little bit about myself. My name is Sasha Rosa. I'm a holistic womb and wellness specialist. And what I do is I help women who have fibroids and other reproductive health issues engage in healthy habits in order to heal. I help women actually formulate a holistic framework in order to heal their fibroids naturally, so they don't have to rely on Western medicine. They don't have to rely on, birth control and surgeries and UFE. They can actually heal their bodies naturally. They can heal their bodies, restore hormonal balance, and shrink and eliminate their fibroids, okay? This is really important for women to have the information and to know how to do this, because here's the thing. Unfortunately, we have about 80% of women who are dealing with fibroids, and this is a huge number, and it's causing so many issues, from mental health issues to emotional issues to just everyday stressors, to pain, to debilitating periods. So it's a conversation that needs to be had, okay? So thank you so much. I appreciate the likes, and yes. So let me know if you guys are here. Let me know where you guys are watching from. Let's talk about this topic. It's really important for us to talk about it. Let's talk about 10 mistakes women with fibroids make. So I'm going to get into it, okay? And again, I want this information to empower you and you to make the best decisions going forward when it comes to fibroids. It's so important, because a lot of us, I know with me, when I first found out I had fibroids, I didn't know anything, and I made a lot of these mistakes, okay? So let's talk about it. Number 1 mistake that women with fibroids make is, from Ohio. Hi, how are you, Moni? Okay, nice to meet you. Yes, make sure you guys are following me if you guys are interested in fibroid topics. If you guys are dealing with reproductive health issues, make sure you guys are following me, because I talk about these topics all the time, okay? And I help women heal. So, number 1 mistake that women with fibroids make is ignoring the symptoms. This one is big. And this is something I did as well, like ignoring the symptoms and signs. Like, there may be a woman watching this right now who has heavy bleeding, who has, anemia, who has really painful cramps, who has clots, or maybe their cramps they don't have really bad cramps, but they have like clots, which is unusual, or, lower belly pain, especially during their cycle, bloating, lots of bloating. I know that when I was dealing with fibroids, sometimes my ankles would swell, my feet would swell sometimes. So sometimes, when it comes to, we ignore the symptoms until it gets really bad. And I see this a lot. Clots are unusual. Yes, Sherry, unfortunately, yes. Clots are unusual. They're a sign of a hormonal imbalance, estrogen dominance. And this is actually one of the signs of fibroids. And if you have fibroids, then you are estrogen dominant by default, okay? So I'm good, I have multiple sclerosis. Okay, you're in the right place, and lupus. You're in the right place because guess what? When it comes to the same things that cause fibroids also cause autoimmune disorders. Believe it or not, a lot of women that have fibroids do have some type of autoimmune disorder. And autoimmune disorders, again, are from estrogen dominance. Okay, never knew that. Yes, I'm so happy. Yes, make sure you guys are following me because you're about to learn a lot today. Okay, and also I love to do these lives to really give you guys this information. Okay, so just don't ignore the symptoms and don't wait until the last minute till it's really, really, really bad before you actually get checked out and do something about it. That's something I did, and you don't want to wait till that point. Okay, and that's why I'm always preaching about this and always talking about this on my social media platforms, because so many women wait till the last minute before they do something about their fibroids, and you don't want to do that. I appreciate you guys with the likes. Oh my gosh, love you guys so much. Thank you so much. I appreciate it. So the algorithm can push this out to more women. I mean, this is amazing. So also, number 2, assuming that surgery is the only option. A lot of women, and I, at one point, this was me as well, assume that having a myomectomy, is the only option. And actually, in my opinion, right? Well, not even my opinion, because I've done a lot of research on myomectomy, and I've also had a myomectomy, and it got fibroids again. So a myomectomy is not the best option. You know why I say that? Because here's the thing. With a myomectomy, you're not getting to the root cause of what caused the fibroids in the first place. Okay? So with a myomectomy, you can develop fibroids again soon after. And a lot of women do. They can grow right back. Exactly, lady. They grow right back with a myomectomy, right? And also what a lot of people don't tell you is that a lot of times, a lot of women have uterine scarring due to myomectomy, due to having a myomectomy. Uterine scarring, which also can infect fertility as well. Okay, so you have to keep that in mind. Like, when you cut into your uterus, this again can have adverse risk, adverse side effects, when you cut into your uterus. Whenever you cut into something, it can scar, right? So now you have to deal with uterine scar tissue, which again can, a lot of women after they have the myomectomy, they now have blocked fallopian tubes. So a lot that they didn't have it before, but then after the surgery they did, due to the scarring. So, and inflammation as well. Whenever you're cutting into the, into the lymph vessels, it's a serious thing. It's no joke. Unless it's a life or death thing, don't do it. And in very rare cases, is it life or death. I found out that I have 2 while I was pregnant last year. Yeah, sure. A lot of women find out when they're pregnant because the thing is, they grow rapidly in pregnancy as well, a lot of times, because again, you have higher hormone levels when you're pregnant. That's why I don't want the surgery. Yes, I highly do not recommend the surgery. I have somebody who told me they got fibroids again 3 months after having the surgery. 5 months after, I had another lady 5 months after having the surgery, they had fibroids again. It's not, to me, don't have the surgery, because what's the point of going through this traumatic surgery when if you don't, again, you still have to get to the root cause of the problem or it's going to grow back again, right? So it's really important for you to understand that. Like, you have to really be smart with this. You cannot just keep doing these surgeries and UFE procedures, same thing. That's very risky procedure, right? Whenever you're dealing with the blood vessels and stuff, very risky. And we don't hear the side effects from these things enough. The doctors just make it seem like it's going to be smooth sailing. That's not true. As somebody that went through it, it was the most painful experience of my life. It was horrible, right? So the doctors want me to go for another ultrasound in December to check, the size of it again. Okay, so yeah, check the size to see where you are. That's actually smart. And then, go on your journey to shrink them. Very important. Very, very, actually right now you should be going on your journey to shrink and get rid of these fibroids. Fibroids don't necessarily take a long time if you know what you're doing to get rid of. Okay, so, and myomectomies, by the way, cost upwards to $7,000 to $12,000. I know some people have insurance cover some of that, but they're still very expensive, and it's not worth it because again, they're growing right back afterwards. Okay, so let's also talk about number 3. All right, I was 13 centimeters last time. Okay, I'm trying to shrink it. I cut out red meat. I only eat plant-based now. Okay. Well, that's a good start. Now, is food the only thing to shrink fibroids? No, but it's a good start. I will say that. Okay, so a lot of women have horrible diets. Number 3 is not exploring holistic approaches. So and this is a lot of people, typically people that watch me. This is not you guys, but just in general, a lot of women do not explore holistic approach, like holistic things, holistic solutions when it comes to healing their fibroids. They're literally just like, it's either surgery or that's it, or UFE or that's it. And that is a horrible way to go about things, because guess what? When they come back, then what? So you're going to keep going for multiple myomectomies every single year. That's why I have a huge issue with the whole fibroid awareness thing. And they're only giving you surgery, as a solution, or UFE as a solution. Nobody's talking about your lifestyle. Nobody's talking about holistic things, solutions that actually do work. Okay. So Talisha, that is a lot. Good afternoon, by the way. Yes, that is a loaded question, because I have a 12-step process on how to shrink your fibroids. And that is, again, that's a 2-hour training. And that is, again, if you want that, that's in the link in my bio. And if you guys want that as well, I do have my Restore Your Womb course on sale that includes that. So yes, that, again, I go in depth about that. That is a very long training, because it's a lot. Okay. You don't necessarily, well, the doctor wants me, hold on, let me make sure I'm not missing anything. Okay. But that's a great question. Thank you so much. No problem, Talisha, no problem. Yes, check it out. It is on sale until midnight, my Restore Your Womb course. And it includes a lot, from meal plans to literally listing out what you have to do to heal your womb. If you have PCOS, it has a training on PCOS, how to reverse anemia, how to, shrink your fibroids, what else does it have in there? How to detox the liver, because if you have fibroids, there's a liver issue, how to cleanse the lymphatic system, how to reverse anemia, and also eliminate heavy bleeding. So it's the link in my bio. So if you go to my page, just the link in my bio, it's right there. I don't like all the doctors push surgery without even exactly. They push the surgery. They want you just to manage. And then the worst thing they push is birth control sometimes too. And this is wrong. You're welcome, Sherry. So neglecting nutrition. This one is a big one. Let's talk about number 4, neglecting nutrition. Okay. Now, is nutrition the only thing we have to do to get rid of fibroids? No, but it's a good start. And a lot of people haven't even started with that. This is the first thing you want to work on when you're dealing with fibroids. Your diet. Your diet is really important, ladies. Your diet should not be. And I did a whole live about this on Facebook and Instagram. Facebook yesterday, but I put it on YouTube. But here's the thing. So go ahead and watch that. It's a 39-minute video. It's on my YouTube page, Sasha Rosa. You will see me. It's very important. Diet is very important. You want to eat a hydrating diet. Foods with water content, lots of fruits, lots of vegetables, right? Nuts, beans, seeds, like natural foods, less of the processed stuff. Am I saying you can never have meat? No, not necessarily, right? Am I saying that you can never have a piece of cake? Not necessarily. But what is your diet filled with on a daily basis? A lot of times our diet is filled with mostly processed foods and not enough of the foods that we're supposed to be eating. Okay? Very, very important. Okay? So you're welcome, Sherry. Then a lot of times they give you medication. Yeah, medication is horrible for fibroids. Lupron, do you know what that does to the body? First of all, that is used at, for cancer patients. It's very intense. It messes up. It sends women into early menopause and just messes up their hormones completely. Like I've worked with women after being on Lupron and messing up their whole system and having to help them restore that balance again. Like, please do not get on any type of weird medications for fibroids. Okay. Thank you guys so much for the follow. Yes, make sure you're following me if you have fibroids and any other hormonal issues, PCOS, cysts, anything dealing with the womb and the hormones. Make sure you guys are following me. Okay. So nutrition is very important. What you eat matters, and what you don't eat also matters as well. Now, you want to, again, first, before you actually start making subtractions, subtracting things from your diet, start adding things to your diet first. Make sure you're eating your nutrients, right? I'm on Lupron right now. Ooh, get off of it, lady. I'm telling you, lady, get off of it as soon as possible. Lupron, if you're on Lupron, if you're on birth control, get off of it right now. I'm telling you this right now. Okay? So, nutrition. You have to be eating a hydrating diet. When you have fibroids, your lymphatic system is backed up, the liver is backed up, right? We have a backed up digestive system. Very, very important. It's not working. Yeah, it's not. It's going to make things worse. It makes things worse. We're talking about something that's used for cancer patients, that's used for prostate cancer. It ruins, and this is why I'm going to do a video on this as well. We got to unlearn a lot of things that we're taught by Western medicine, because Western medicine has completely dropped the ball when it comes to women's reproductive health. Completely. And it's really bad, right? Am I saying never go to the doctor? No. But am I saying, that they have a remedy for fibroids or reproductive health issues? Absolutely not. They don't. Right now, I'm trying to eat plant-based. Great. Red meat, limit coffee, 1 cup a day only. And shrinking my fibroids by my GYN says I am anemic. What can I use besides beetroot? When you're anemic, this means the body is clogged up and it's hard for your body. This means the digestive system is clogged up. It's hard for your body to absorb iron. So that means that we have to start cleaning some things out in there, right? That means that we have to start changing our diet, right? So we typically think about what do we eat when we're anemic. Leafy greens are also really good, by the way. But first thing that you should, and I had this also listed out in my Restore Your Womb course. When you go to my 12 steps on how to shrink your fibroids, the full bundle course, first thing you should do if you're anemic is clean out your gut first, because your body is not absorbing nutrients or iron properly due to your digestive system being clogged up. Okay, is alcohol bad for fibroids? Absolutely. Anything that's going to have an adverse effect to the liver is horrible for fibroids, because you have to understand, right? The liver is the body's master detoxifier. The liver helps your body, remove excess waste, excess toxins, excess hormones, things that harm your body, right? So when you do things like that are, when you drink alcohol, first of all, it raises the estrogen levels in your body. It's horrible for the liver. It's very dehydrating. And if you have fibroids, you're dehydrated on a cellular level already. So this is actually one of the most toxic things for fibroids that you can, any type of alcohol. Am I saying you can never have a glass of wine every now and then? I'm not necessarily saying that, but I am saying that you should very, very seldomly, or if not at all, don't drink alcohol. You have to, before you even attempt to drink it, fix your diet first. Make sure your diet is hydrating you, okay? Hopefully that makes sense. Is there anything you can do to naturally? Absolutely. Ladies, so that is listed in my Restore Your Womb course, how to eliminate heavy bleeding. Absolutely. I have a whole, you're welcome, Laylee. Hopefully I'm saying y'all names right. If I'm not saying your names right, let me know. Okay, sorry, I mess up names sometimes. But yes, there's an outline. I have an outline of step-by-step of how to eliminate heavy bleeding. Again, first thing is to clean the gut out as well. Okay, because we're dealing with a boatload of toxins if we have heavy bleeding. And yes, you can still alleviate heavy bleeding when you have fibroids. I have a whole bunch of clients that came in about a month ago, right? And they experienced their next cycle, in the program, and they're seeing a huge difference in the amount of bleeding, the cramps, right? The pain and all that stuff. They're seeing a huge difference. And even some of them, the days that they're on their cycle. So absolutely, you can eliminate heavy bleeding really fast most of the time, okay? What are the major herbs that you recommend for shrinking fibroids? I recommend not worrying about herbs until you get all the other steps in order. However, red clover is a good herb. Sea moss, of course, the real sea moss. What else? Burdock root, dandelion root, sarsaparilla root, great herbs. However, I recommend don't worry about herbs until you get the foundation right. With my 12 steps on how to shrink your fibroids full bundle course, that's also in my Restore Your Womb course, okay? It's on sale until midnight. I don't even talk about herbs until like the last point, the last step. That's when we talk about herbs, because we don't even have everything else right? Because a lot of us want to take herbs before we even fix our diet. That's not gonna work. It's not gonna make much of a difference. Hopefully that makes sense, okay? So let's talk about number 5 before I'm doing good on time. Neglecting nutrition. Okay, so we talked about nutrition. Very important. This one, I had to fix your diet. Fix your diet. okay? Number 5, let's talk about thinking fibroids that will disappear after menopause. This one, you're welcome. This is a huge one. This one is a huge one. A lot of women think that their fibroids they're being told by their doctors, will magically disappear when they're in their 40s, their 50s. No. There's a huge boom of women experiencing postmenopausal fibroids, number 1. And number 2, women are still bleeding and experiencing fibroids in their 60s and even early 70s. Like, this is bad. We even have teenagers experiencing fibroids. So at this point, it's not even an age thing. And a lot of women are experiencing fibroids after menopause. So a lot of women will say, well, I'm just going to wait till menopause to address these because they're going to go away during menopause. That's not true. Because you're thinking that, okay, my estrogen levels will lower. They will, but your progesterone levels is really what takes a hit after menopause, right? So even if you have low estrogen, if your progesterone levels are little to none, you still are estrogen dominant. Okay, so hopefully that makes sense. And if you want more information on estrogen dominance, you have to, exactly, Trish. You have to click the link in my bio and make sure you subscribe to my email list, because when you subscribe, you get a video on estrogen dominance and that breaking it down, because you have fibroids if you are estrogen dominant. Make sure if you're watching this, make sure you're following me and make sure you subscribe to my email list, okay? I always say this, not a lot of you guys are subscribed. Make sure you guys subscribe, okay? Because again, you get the real information. And I go more in depth in that video, okay? About estrogen dominance. You need to know about this stuff because your doctor's not going to tell you, more than likely, okay? So, thinking fibroids will shrink after menopause, they're not going to shrink. Because I still have clients past menopause that are still struggling with fibroids. They're still bleeding. They're still, and they're thinking that only, hello, how are you? And they're thinking it's only hysterectomy will relieve them. That's not true, because they still have estrogen dominant. They're still estrogen dominant. They still have hormones that are out of whack even after they take out their womb, right? They actually do themselves more of a disservice when they do that, but that's a whole nother story. Nope, had a 76-year-old woman at my job bleeding out due to Woo! What? Tiffany, that's the oldest I've ever heard. I've heard early 70s. That's crazy. Y'all hear this now. 76-year-old woman at the job still bleeding due to fibroids, bleeding out. Yes, this is real. It's not going to go away during menopause. Anything for headache. We're talking about fibroids here, but anything for headache, ginger root tea is very good for headaches, okay? But we're talking about fibroids here, okay? Yes, that's very sad. Imagine being older age still dealing with fibroids. That's why it's very, very important, that you get your health in order now. We don't want to be in our 60s. We're supposed to be retired and living life and having fun and traveling with our grandkids. Who wants to be bleeding out and suffering with fibroids in their 70s or 60s? Nobody. So you need to handle that now. And you just going to get these surgeries to get, take them out that's not getting to the root cause of the problem. What's going to get to the root cause of the problem is you changing your diet and lifestyle. You doing a whole lifestyle transformation. We can't run from that. I know that we don't like change, but we can't run from change. We can't run from this, because if we don't run from it, we're committing to a life of suffering. These cancer rates, uterine cancer, ovarian cancer, they're going up. That's from estrogen dominance. Breast cancer rate going up. We can't run from this. We cannot run from this. Yeah, she ended up having emergency surgery. Oh, man, that's crazy. Okay, so it's not going to disappear after menopause. Deal with your fibroids now. And when I say deal with them, I mean start changing your diet and lifestyle. Start shrinking them naturally. I'm not saying just take them out, because that's not dealing with your fibroids the proper way. Okay, so number 6. This one is a big one. Number 6, skipping out on stress management. Let me tell you, can fibroids stop your cycle? Absolutely. Fibroids can do a lot to your cycle, okay? Dependent. Can decaf? No. No, Penny. No. Green tea is not going to shrink your fibroids. Don't believe the hype, okay? That is the biggest risk. Because when I was first had fibroids, this was 13 years ago, I was researching, that's all they showed was green tea. No. No, that's ridiculous. Okay, so skipping stress management. This is a big one. Stress feeds fibroids. Hi, Tanisha. Stress feeds fibroids, ladies. Stress feeds fibroids. Okay, let me say that again. Thank you for sharing the live, hon. Stress feeds fibroids. It makes fibroids grow bigger, right? If you are not managed, just like you guys, some of you guys said, I'm changing my diet. Okay, that's great. What are you doing with your stress levels? Because a lot of people are very stressed and they're not, again, they're letting, sometimes even little stress get to them so much. You're like, I was telling my Satisfy Your Womb clients that there's a difference between, little stressors that we have to deal with on a day-to-day basis. Like, they're called acute stressors, and there's the difference between that and chronic stress, right? Chronic stress is when we stress for long periods of time. Let's say a divorce, after a divorce, or a death in the family, or something big happens in your life, right? That's really stressful. Or even a move. Moving can be very stressful, right? The whole process of moving. You have to find ways to manage your stress properly. And I understand that one is hard. I get it, right? But you have to make an effort every single day. Manage your nervous system, regulate the nervous system, right? You have to, right? For your health. A lot of women are super stressed. A lot of women are on anxiety medication, depression medication. A lot of women have autoimmune disorders. 78% of people that have autoimmune disorders are women. That's a huge number. Like, our health is in the garbage, right? And we don't link fibroids to autoimmune disorders, but they're very linked, because the same things that cause fibroids in the body will also cause an autoimmune disorder. Absolutely. I know a lot of women who have fibroids who have autoimmune disorder. They go hand in hand because it comes from estrogen dominance, a hormonal imbalance in the body. When your hormones are out of whack, you leave your body susceptible to anything, so many things: cardiovascular issues, reproductive issues, autoimmune disorders, even cancer at its worst, infertility. Most infertility cases are from estrogen dominance, most of them. Okay, I know because I work with women who are infertile. I've helped 6 women get pregnant naturally, okay, who were dealing with infertility previously. Okay, I posted that on my stories. All right, so thank you guys so much for following. Have you ever suffered with fibroids? Yes, actually, I had fibroids twice. So let me explain a little bit. I had fibroids actually twice. Not once, but so I know all about fibroids. Okay, I've been working with women that have fibroids for many years. I've helped many women shrink and get rid of their fibroids. So I had fibroids, had the surgery. Okay, they came right back like they do when you don't adjust the root cause. That's why I know don't have the surgery, right? They came back, and then I was able to shrink and get rid of them on my own. And it took a lot. It took me a long time because to really get concise on a plan, because I didn't really know what I was doing, and there was nobody like me that was helping women with shrinking their fibroids. There was nobody like me on the internet back then. Like, this was like a decade ago, right? And I didn't know at the time there was so many women that was also struggling with fibroids, because a lot of women have them, they don't know, or they just don't talk about them, right? I thought I was the only one. When I started working with women that had fibroids, I'm like, no, this is an epidemic. This is an epidemic, okay? So hopefully I answered your question. I know all about fibroids, okay? I've experienced, and when I had my fibroids, I had lots of symptoms both times. So I totally understand. I had an almost 27-pound fibroid. Oh my God. On a stalk taken out in 2015. I now have another one. Jesus Christ, Tiffany. Woo, 27 pounds? Oh God, that's a lot. I'm so sorry. I can't even imagine. I'm so sorry. Tiffany, have you made like diet and lifestyle changes? Is the one you have now, is it very big? Every female in my family has them. Yes, I wish I could post a pic. Okay. I'm going to go over that. I'm happy you said that every female in my family has them. I'm going to actually go over that. That's going to be one of our points. We're going to talk about that. So just stick around. It's like being 7 months pregnant. No, it's small. Okay. So we can do something about them. Don't worry. Stick around, Tiffany. What's the biggest fibroid that you had shrunk from your clients? 20 centimeters. I have to follow up with her because that was a year and a half ago. How long did it take? Everybody takes different time. I had a client shrink a eliminate a 6 centimeter fibroid within 3 months. Okay. I had a client shrink a 20 centimeter fibroid. This was like a year and a half. I have to follow up with her because this was 2021, but it shrunk, and I haven't heard from her since last year, so I have to follow up with her. But also had clients get rid of like 4 centimeter fibroids, 8 centimeter fibroids, shrink 13 centimeters. So it varies. It depends on how aggressive you are, the location. It depends on so much. I'd say don't worry about the time. Just put your head down and do the work. Don't worry, because your fibroid symptoms can go away within 30 days of working with me. So we don't have to worry so much about the time it takes to shrink them, because they're going to shrink when you do the work. But what I'm first looking at with my clients, how is their next period? Like, what are their symptoms? Because when your symptoms are decreasing, that means that the fibroid, we're restoring hormonal balance in the body, and the fibroid then begins to shrink, okay, as we do that. So hopefully that makes sense, Kiss. Make sure you guys are following me if you're not following me. And just let you guys know, if you are on here, you have fibroids, which I'm assuming everybody does. I have my Restore Your Womb course, okay? That is on sale until midnight tonight. That is an amazing, amazing transformative course, okay? It's a self-study course, but it's absolutely amazing. My 12 steps on how to shrink your fibroids full bundle course is in here, okay? I also sell this 12 steps separately, but it's also in here. I have how to eliminate heavy bleeding, how to heal your hormones, how to restore hormonal balance, how to get rid of PCOS and cysts, foods to eliminate during your menstrual cycle, which is really important. I have my plant-based recipes ebook on here, plus lots of meal plans and other recipes as well, which is very important. You want to know what to eat during, while you're on this process. Also, how to get rid of estrogen dominance. Also have how to detoxify your liver, and so much more. Smoothie recipes, womb wellness smoothie recipes, wellness plan checklist, which is very important. Everything you should be doing on a daily basis to get rid of your fibroids. Literally, you have a checklist. So you can go through that and make sure that you're on the right track, okay? So we also have a how to reverse anemia, and it's just so much more. It's an amazing course. So if you want the course, you can click the link in my bio. Make sure you grab the course. Again, we had a woman on TikTok as well that was following me that bought the course. She was bleeding. Her periods would be like 2 weeks sometimes, a month sometimes. She had fibroids and endometriosis. She said within days she implemented the steps of the course, and by day 3, the bleeding was gone. She stopped bleeding. She felt so much better, and she was so shocked. So I have to follow up with her, but she's doing amazing so far. Okay, so you can see relief. Like I said, it may not be for 3 days. Some people it will be 3 days, but it's not gonna be 3 days for everybody. But you can see relief. I would say within at least a month, right? Of 30 days of following it and being consistent. Okay. All right. So let's talk about where we at time. Okay. Let's talk about number 6. Oh, I did talk about number 6. We talk about stress, regulating the nervous system, right? Managing your stress. Stress feeds fibroids. Okay. Number 7, thinking that it's genetic and that you have no control. This is a big one. Studies have not confirmed. Yes, it pisses me off because a lot of doctors are saying this, oh, it's genetic. Studies haven't confirmed that it's genetic. Studies have not confirmed that fibroids are genetic. Let me say that again. Studies have not confirmed that, research has not confirmed that fibroids are really genetic. They're just speculating. So let me tell you this. Fibroids, you may have women in your family who have fibroids. You may be more prone to fibroids due to your genetics. I totally understand that, right? However, your fibroids come because of your habits. We tend to follow the habits of our parents, especially if they're bad habits, okay? Let's be honest. We tend to follow the bad. Like if you had a mother that was stress eating, you tend to subconsciously adopt that as well. If you have a mother that wasn't really taking care of herself, like she was like, a people pleaser, and she was doing for everybody and no self-care, not doing anything for herself, you subconsciously tend to take on those traits as well. If you had a mother that was mostly in her masculine energy and never was able to, thrive as a woman, was never spoiled and, doted on and, really appreciated as a woman, she was always doing for everybody else, and she was in her masculine energy. She was the provider, protector of the family. You are probably more than likely going to be more prone to fibroids because we subconsciously take on the traits of our mom sometimes, unless we actively try to unlearn that stuff, right? So I say all that to say, it's never genetic. You may be more prone to it. Does not mean it's genetic. If we change our habits, right, we don't have to inherit the conditions our parents inherit. Just like high blood pressure. High blood pressure runs deep in both my families, on my mom's side and my dad's side, right? At one point in my life, my blood pressure was kind of high because this was when I had fibroids. This was when I was overweight. I was almost 60 pounds bigger. Okay. I wasn't healthy. There was no such thing as self-care in my life back then. Right. So this is when my blood pressure started, going up, and now it's perfect. And it's been perfect for years. You don't have to get things that are just because they're genetic. You don't have to, like, I feel like that's a cop out, and I hate when doctors say that. And if you have a doctor that's saying that and sticking to that, first of all, that has not been confirmed by science, number one, okay? Number two, that is incorrect, that's inaccurate. That's surface level information. And this is why I'm doing this live. We need real information about fibroids. We need real awareness about fibroids because it's too much surface level information out there. And what good is it to say, fibroid awareness if you're just putting out surface level information? Just want to reiterate on that. Okay. So let's not say we can't do nothing that's genetic. That's a lie. Yes, you can. Okay. Yes, you can. Just because your mom had fibroids that maybe she had a hysterectomy, does not mean that has to be your same fate as well. We know better. We got to do better. Just like this generation is kind of undoing the habits of their parents as far as, a lot of people talk about conscious parenting and just listening more to children and maybe not beating their kids. I know that's not everybody, but a lot of people are talking more and more about that, having conversations about the toxic habits that ways that our parents treated us. We're trying to change that. We also need to do that with our health. Okay. We also need to do that with our health. If we're talking about breaking generational curses, we also got to do that with our health. We owe that to our daughters and future lineage coming behind us. And if you're getting this information, that is a sign that this starts with you. You have to change this, right? You got to change this in your family. And people are watching. So even if you think you don't have an effect on, your sisters, your brothers, your cousins, people are watching. They do. You do. You really do. You can inspire other people in your family to make changes as well. It starts with you, okay? So hopefully that makes sense. Make sure you guys like the live if you guys enjoying this information. You can tap on the screen to like the live, okay? If you guys don't mind. Okay, so make sure you guys are also following me as well, okay? Because again, I do lives. If you want to know when I'm going live, be sure to get on my email list. If you want a free training on estrogen dominance, which is very important if you have fibroids, you have to learn about that stuff, then you need to get on my email list, okay? Get on my email list because a lot of you guys are not on it on TikTok. All I have to do is click the link on my bio, jump on my email list, okay? So I gotta keep making sure we're doing good on time because I have so much to do today. Number 8, this is a big one, not addressing your fibroids. Having fibroids, and I made this mistake at first as well, having fibroids and then just ignoring it. Oh, it's fine. Everybody has fibroids. I'm not doing anything, whatever. Not making no changes, not doing anything about it. Here's the thing. Fibroids don't go away on its own. Thank you so much, Lakina, for the rose. Oh, my God. Thank you. Fibroids don't just go away on their own. Unfortunately, I wish they did, but they don't. You have to actually do the work in order to shrink and get rid of them, okay? You cannot just ignore them, pretend they don't exist, right? That's the word, because guess what? They grow. Fibroids grow and they grow. I've heard people going from 2 centimeter fibroids to 9 centimeter fibroids in 1 year. They grow, and with Black women, they grow even more. Black women tend to get bigger fibroids than other races of women. Bigger, more aggressive, and faster growing fibroids, and fibroids at younger ages. We have 15-year-old girls having fibroids right now. From the ages of 15 to 25, 25% of Black girls have fibroids. That's age 15 to 25. This is scary. So what are you going to tell a 15-year-old? To just have surgery? Absolutely not. Hopefully nobody is telling that to a 15-year-old. Just have surgery and it'll be okay. Those things will be back in less than a year. Okay? So this information that you're learning, like my clients, they're teaching this to their daughters as well. I have many clients that tell me that who have teenage daughters, that their teenage daughters' periods are not painful anymore, are more manageable. They don't get sick during their periods anymore, because we know teenage girls sometimes have the worst periods, right? And I was that girl that was always in the nurse's office when I was in high school, every month, like clockwork. So your daughter shouldn't have to suffer through that. When you know this information, your daughter shouldn't have to suffer through that, okay? That's why my Restore Your Womb course is so important. And by the way, if you're just coming in, that course is on sale until midnight. That you have to learn how to regulate your menstrual cycle. You have to learn how to restore hormonal balance, and you have to learn how to shrink these fibroids. Okay, I mean, it's at this point is very serious, right? We're talking about your health here, your womb, and as a collective, our womb. I said that yesterday. Our wombs are suffering as a collective. Our wombs are in trouble. Okay. And I care because I'm a holistic woman wellness specialist. So I care about women's wombs. It's really, like I said, we go through a lot. We hide all the trauma, all the years of, pain in our wombs. We're incubators, right? So we have to clear that stuff out on an energetic level and also on a physical level as well, okay? So you got to address your fibroids. You cannot ignore them and pretend that they're going to go away. And by addressing them, what lifestyle changes are you making, right? Why are you still engaging in habits that are going to trigger these fibroids, that have caused them to develop? You're still engaging in those habits. You got to stop it, okay? Number 9 is, this is a big one. This is a big one. Trigger warning, by the way. Trigger warning, trigger warning, trigger warning. If you're sensitive, you might have to hop off and hop back on. Trigger warning. Knowing you have fibroids and still trying to get pregnant. This is a big one. This is going to piss some people off. Knowing you have fibroids and still trying to get pregnant. And you haven't done any work to shrink your fibroids. Right now, if you're on your fibroid shrinking journey, that's different. But you haven't done any, you have fibroids and you're still trying to get pregnant, right? Does that make sense? And is that safe? I've, like I said, so many stories of trigger warning miscarriages due to fibroids. Should a baby have to come in the world with a womb full of fibroids? Is that fair? Right? Fighting for space in survival mode? No, your baby does not deserve that. We just think about what we want, right? At any means possible. But we're talking about bringing life into this world. And why would you do that in an unhealthy state? Because if you have fibroids, you're in an unhealthy state. If your body develops fibroids, that's like your body's check engine light coming on. You're in an unhealthy state. But we want to have, how about first you go 6 months, right? Go on a 6-month journey of healing your body, right? Of restoring your hormones, your hormonal balance. Doing that, shrinking your fibroids before you bring children into this world. Okay? Hopefully that makes sense. I know that's triggering for some people. That's a huge one because there's so many things that happen. You automatically throw your pregnancy into high risk when you are pregnant with fibroids. We have a woman right now that follows me on TikTok, right? We follow each other. She's really a kind, amazing woman. But now she's like in this position where she's pregnant with fibroids and it's on her cervix, and they said that they can't do C-section and she can't have this baby naturally. So we're praying for her. Hopefully they're able to do some type of C-section. It's stressing her whole family out because she doesn't know whether she's going to live through this pregnancy. I'm praying that she does because the child needs a mother, but this is scary. It's very scary, right? And unfortunately she got pregnant. I think it was unexpected, but still, right? So there's women, why are we trying to bring babies into this world in an unhealthy state? Like, why? It doesn't make any sense. Your child deserves a healthy, the fetus deserves a healthy place, a healthy womb to be in, to grow in a healthy womb. I know this is an uncomfortable conversation I understand, but I have to be real. As somebody that works with women who have fertility issues, that works with women who have fibroids, we have to, like I said, do the work to shrink and get rid of these fibroids to at least shrink them to to be smaller before we get pregnant. Okay? Do not try to get pregnant with a 10 centimeter fibroid, right? With an 8 centimeter fibroid. Why would you do that? Doesn't make any sense. And fibroids grow in pregnancy. So you're going to have a baby growing and then your fibroid is growing. That's going to constrict the space of it's just too much. It's too much. And then it's high risk. It's very high risk. No. Now, I understand some women don't know they have fibroids until they get pregnant. I'm not talking about that. I'm talking about the ones that know. Because there's a lot of women that know they're still trying to have children, actively trying to have children. It makes no sense. Okay? So let's talk about number 10. Okay? Having fibroids, and maybe you've tried the natural way, right? And you just say, natural way doesn't work but you don't have the right strategy. You don't know, you don't have you haven't had anybody help you on your journey. You haven't sought any guidance. And even if it's not from me, another person that does, holistic womb healing, right? Somebody, seek guidance. We're talking about your womb here, your health. That's very important because there is no healthy you without a healthy womb. I'll tell you that right now, right? So if you have an unhealthy womb, you have an unhealthy body, right? It's again, fibroids. If you have fibroids, that's linked to, you have an estrogen dominance. This is linked to you having a backed up digestive system. But a lot of women that have fibroids have, issues with their colon. It's a lot. So lymphatic system, which is, again, we're talking about the digestive system, the gut health, which is ruined if you have fibroids, right? That houses most of our immune system. So it's very serious, right? Your immune system is also in trouble. It's your body's check engine light coming on saying you got to do something. That's what I tried doing. I lost too much weight. What did you try doing, O'Neill? What did you try doing? Have you actually gotten a holistic women wellness specialist to help you directly? And you lost too much weight? You shouldn't lose too much weight, because I have clients right now who are working with me and have not lost too much weight. They may lost a couple pounds here and there, but they pick it back up in healthy fat, eating healthy fats, okay? So let me know, expound on that. What did you try doing? So it's really, 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 you want to seek guidance on this. You want to seek guidance. If you are having trouble, if you guide it yourself and you see progress and you see that your fibers are shrinking, that's totally fine. Then you're doing, you got it, right? But if you're not seeing a difference, okay? You don't really know what you're doing. You don't really know what to do. Then how do you get rid of fibroids? So hopefully I'm saying your name right, Filios. If you go to the link in my bio, I have my Restore Your Womb course that literally has my 12 steps on how to shrink your fibroids full bundle course. That has so many courses in there. That has meal plans, okay? That has womb wellness smoothie recipes. That has so many trainings on how to get rid of heavy bleeding, how to reverse anemia, how to get rid of estrogen, how to reverse estrogen dominance, how to restore your hormonal health, how to heal PCOS. Because believe it or not, a lot of women have PCOS as well. Like, a lot of women don't know, because again, there's not one test for PCOS, but the symptoms, a lot of women have it, right? Because when people are telling me their symptoms, they think that it's something else. It's really PCOS. Liver detoxing. The Restore Your Womb course has just everything you need to know about getting rid of fibroids, okay? So, and if you want to work with me directly, that's my Detoxify Your Womb program. That's where you work with me for 3 months if you want to work with me directly, okay? So, if you need the help, seek guidance, okay? On getting rid of fibroids, right? This is really important. We just earlier in the live, somebody just mentioned a 76-year-old that's bleeding out due to fibroids. You don't want that to be you, because again, women are still getting fibroids, post-menopause. It's a very serious situation, okay? So, does anybody have any questions? I can't stay on too long because I have a training at 4. And I have to prepare for it. But does anybody have any questions? We went over 10 mistakes women make when they have fibroids, okay? So you guys that are on the live, make sure you guys are following me. Make sure you guys subscribe to my email list so you can get a training on estrogen dominance and understand what it is. Because it's really important that when you have fibroids, you're estrogen dominant. This is a source of so many health issues, right? So really important for you to understand that. It's really important for you to make informed decisions when it comes to fibroids but first you have to get all the information. We can't make informed decisions if we don't know a lot about, most women don't know anything about fibroids. So there's women that's been dealing with fibroids for years that barely know anything about fibroids. All they've heard is birth control and surgery, maybe Lupron. That's not having the correct information, right? If you haven't explored any type of holistic things, if you haven't explored any lifestyle habits to change, diet habits to change, this is a huge problem, because there's a reason why you develop the fibroids. You have to get to the root cause of what caused the issue to develop in the body, what caused the fibroids to develop, right? That's what the Restore Your Womb course helps you do. Get to the root cause of the problem and heal the problem from the root so that you can experience real healing and not just temporary treatments, okay? UFE is temporary. Myomectomies are temporary. These things are temporary, right? We want real healing. You deserve, I always say this, you guys, you ladies deserve real healing. We deserve to know the truth. Okay? So does anybody have a question about fibroids? They might have a question about my Restore Your Womb course that's on sale until midnight tonight. One of my TikTok followers literally got relief in her bleeding, heavy bleeding, within 3 days. She was bleeding while she was on taking the course. Day 3, she stopped bleeding. This is how powerful the course is. Okay? So if you have fibroid symptoms that you're suffering from, by following the steps in the course, I can guarantee you less than 30 days, you will see a huge relief your fibroid symptoms will decrease, or some of it go away completely within 30 days. And eventually you'll see your fibroid shrink. Okay. I can't put a time limit on how long it's going to take for your fibroid to shrink, but if you're consistent, you will definitely see that it will shrink. Okay. So does anybody have any questions? For you guys that are just coming in, make sure you guys are following me. I'm a holistic woman wellness specialist, and what I do is I help women who have fibroids and other reproductive health issues. I help them engage in healthy habits in order to heal. I help my clients with a customized holistic framework in order to heal, okay, so that they have a strategy on healing. When it comes to healing fibroids, it's not just about taking out red meat and whatever, right? Like, yes, that's a start, but it's deeper than that, okay? It's a lot deeper than that, okay? And I help my clients really get to the root cause of the problem and customize a plan for them. Because while one person developed fibroids may become a little different than the others, while another developed fibroids, okay? So hopefully that makes sense, okay? I thank you guys so much for being here on this live. I know it's a Sunday. I don't usually go live, especially on TikTok on Sundays. But I wanted to do this live because this is such an important conversation. Like, because I see a lot of women making these same mistakes, or, you know, with their fibroids, right? And you don't want to do that. You don't want to, hopefully you're coming in, you didn't miss the 10 mistakes. So I can't go, unfortunately, I can't go back over them because we're running out of time. But let me know if you guys have questions. How do you shrink them naturally? So Nessie, I'm not sure if you were here earlier, but I do have my Restore Your Womb course that lists out, literally explains the details, like a 2-hour training, and other trainings are included. Lots of stuff are included, from meal plans to shopping lists to fibroid friendly grocery shopping lists and all that stuff. My Restore Your Womb course is on sale as well. I list out 12 steps on how to shrink your fibroids, as well as a bonus step. And with the Restore Your Womb course, you also get how to eliminate heavy bleeding. You get what else? How to get rid of anemia naturally. Okay, naturally, no drugs, no nothing, naturally, right? Also, how to heal your PCOS. How to detoxify your liver and your lymphatic system. You get meal plans. You get recipes as well. Okay, you get how to reverse estrogen dominance, and so much more. And then you get a wellness plan checklist, again, that lists out all the things you should be doing to shrink your fibroids. And you get a training as well. You get the Zoom call. That's breaking down my wellness plan checklist. I did a Zoom call with my clients, like, you know, that's my first Detoxify Your Womb Zoom call. You get a copy of that. If you get the recorded training on that, if you get the Restore Your Womb course, I'll check it out. Just join. No problem. Yeah, check it out. It's on sale until midnight. Okay, it's $375. Karna, but it comes with so much. It's more than worth it. We had tremendous testimonials. Karna, we got Afterpay. So there's no excuse. For anybody that's saying, no, it's too expensive, there's no excuse. We have Karna and Afterpay, okay? Get this course. It is worth it. If you have fibroids and you've been struggling and you're tired, I always say this when it comes to fibroids. It's literally the years that I spent battling fibroids were like years that I can't get back. So don't ever allow something that you can get rid of on your own, that you can resolve. Don't ever let it take years from your life, right? Don't let it disrupt your happiness. Don't let it, because fibroid, let's be honest, when you have to, plan your life around your menstrual cycle, like, that's crazy, right? And I thought that was normal back then. That's absolutely insane. So we got to do better. I went on a fruit and vegetable cleanse. Oh, great. Cut out red meat. Mine shrunk down to pea size. Okay, good. That's a start for sure. Now, and I just made a video on the cleanses. So yes, how long did it take the notes to change? I just made a video on the cleanse and detoxes. I love the fact that y'all are detoxing and cleansing, right? That is amazing. But what we're doing now, because I see this a lot, we're going back to our bad diet shortly afterwards, right? You want to get it to the point where your body is detoxifying itself every single day. That's the goal. Because our bodies are supposed to detox every day. Yes, we can do detoxes and cleanses periodically, absolutely. And I actually recommend them. And fast as well. But get your body to the point where it's detoxifying itself and cleaning out itself every day. Because when we don't do that, we accumulate so much waste in the body. And this is how we back up our system, right? So even though it's great to do a detox, but is your body, like, what are we going back to after the detox? Because I'm seeing too many people detoxing and then maybe a month later going back to their bad habits because you haven't undone those bad habits. Work on your habits first before you detox. That's how I work with my clients as well. That's my advice to people. Work on undoing those bad habits first before you detox. Okay, not saying that it's what Scorpio love did is bad. By the way, I'm a Scorpio too. Okay, happy early birthday, because our birthday we up next. Okay, but just as a collective, let's not go to detoxing as that's and think that's going to save us. Yes, it's going to make a difference. Detoxing is great, but let's think long term. Okay, what's going to happen 6 months after this detox? Right? Have I really got rid of like the sugar? Have I really addressed my stress levels? Have I rebalanced my hormones, right? Have I reversed this estrogen dominance, right? Have I cleansed out? Well, yeah, when you're detoxing, you do cleanse out the liver, but what am I doing what am I going to do continuously to make sure I'm cleansing every single day? Okay. So hopefully that makes sense. Okay. Yes. Okay. So we're talking about, you want sustainability in this process. Long-term sustainability, so important. Okay. So, any questions before I go? Make sure you guys are following me. Make sure you guys are also clicking the link in my bio, subscribing to my email list. Subscribe to my email list. And make sure that if you're suffering from fibroids, check out my Restore Your Womb course, okay? It has, again, lots of amazing information on. It has a plan for you to get rid of your fibroids. Like I said, I had a girl on here day 3. By day 3. And somebody that took the 12 steps on how to shrink your fibroids, they said that the very next cycle was a lot, like it was amazing. She was like, the next cycle, and this was 2 weeks after she started implementing it, was amazing. It was shorter, it was lighter, it was no pain. Okay. She came on my live. This was like a month or 2 ago to say that. Okay. So, and it has the updated version of my 12 steps on how to shrink your fibroids course. So get the Restore Your Womb course. It's on sale till midnight. If you're suffering from fibroids and you like, look, I'm tired. I need to start addressing these fibroids. I don't want them to grow bigger. Maybe you want to have children and you want to, to bring children in the world with a healthy womb. Okay. With a healthy, fibroid-free womb. Or if let's say you do still have fibroids, right? But they're so small and you're working on them. Even during pregnancy, I work with some clients with pregnancy who are in pregnancy. By the way, if you have the course and you're pregnant or breastfeeding, send me an email, let me know so I can customize some things for you, right? Because you can still get the course if you're pregnant or breastfeeding. I just customize it a little bit for you and give you like a different plan, okay? So you can still follow some of the stuff, but it's like 90% of the stuff, but there's some stuff I'm like, okay, I have to alter for you due to being pregnant and due to you breastfeeding, okay? So just send me an email. And how you can send me emails literally is just go to the link in my bio and you see an email and symbol and just email me from there. Okay. So yes. So even if you're pregnant, because when you're pregnant, here's the thing, you want to stop the growth. The goal should be stopping the growth of the fibroid. Fibroids tend to grow bigger in pregnancy, right? Because of the higher hormone levels. They can grow pretty fast, right? So, and they can really do a lot of damage in pregnancy. And we don't want that. We don't want aggressive fibroids, while you're carrying. We really don't want fibroids at all. But if this going to happen, if we in the situation where we do have them, then let's actively, work on stopping the growth and calming it down, right? And then afterwards, after breastfeeding, you can work on really shrinking them, okay? And getting rid of them. So hopefully that makes sense. And yes, and also too, even if you're pregnant with fibroids, you will have a game plan of what to do, even afterwards, okay? So that's pretty much all, ladies. Hopefully you enjoyed this live. Thank you guys so much for your questions. Hopefully you learned something today. That's always my goal. If you came late, be sure that I'll do this live again. Maybe I'll come up with more stuff, 15 things, okay? How to know when I'm going live. Join my email list. Click the link in my bio to join my email list. Make sure you guys are following me as well, okay? Love you guys. Have a wonderful rest of your Sunday. Have a wonderful week, and I'll see you later. Bye.